May 2019 paper 2 time zone 1 maximum mark 7. Consider the expansion x square plus 1.2 raised to power n where n belongs to z. N has to be greater than or equal to 3. Given that the coefficient of the term containing x raised to 6 is greater than 200,000, find the smallest possible value of n. So I'm using a term formula NCR. First term A will get n minus r. Second term, that is B, will get r. My n is n. My r is greater than or equal to 3, that means n minus 3. Or if you are not sure about that, they have already given x raised to 6. So you write down A is x square and you want x raised to 6, that means it has to be 3. X raised to 2 raised to 3 is x raised to 6. If it is a 3, n minus 3 goes over here and n minus 3 is basically your r. So n c n minus 3, x square raised to 3, 1.2, that is second term raised to n minus 3. Now use NCR formula. N is your n and your r is n minus 3. So n factorial over n minus 3 factorial into n minus r, that is n minus bracket n minus 3. There is a minus sign, so you have to make a bracket for this because this contains two terms n and 3. N minus 3 bracket, this bracket and factorial. X raised to 2 raised to 3 is x raised to 6. 1.2 raised to n minus 3 is 1.2 raised to n minus 3. Now bigger one is n factorial. If I'll open this bracket, n minus n get cancelled and minus of minus becomes plus 3. So clearly I need to adjust this n factorial into this n minus 3 factorial. So one term lesser than n is n minus 1. Lesser than this is n minus 2. Lesser than this is n minus 3. We have to stop because denominator is n minus 3. So n minus 3 factorial and this n minus 3 factorial get cancelled. So you are left with the numerator n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 and denominator n minus n get cancelled and minus of minus 3 becomes plus 3, so 3 factorial. 1.2 raised to n minus 3 as it is and x raised to 6 as it is. I'm interchanging these two terms because ultimately I need x coefficient of x raised to 6. So I got coefficient of x raised to 6 is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 upon 3 factorial into 1.2 raised to n minus 3. They said the term containing x raised to 6 greater than 200,000. The coefficient of x raised to 6 is greater than 200,000. So coefficient is this one is greater than 200,000. Now use your calculator. Let left hand side of this inequality, that is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 upon 6 times 1.2 raised to n minus 1, type in y1. 200,000 type in y2. Now you have to be very careful by adjusting a view window. In first shot you will not get a graph because your view window or window settings are different. This is a binomial expansion problem where n is basically your x and that cannot be negative. So your x minima has to be 0. X maxima, you just start with say 20. If you don't get, increase up to 30. Right now you can see the answer is 26, so you can say up to 30. But if it is not, always take more than 10 or something like that. Y minima has to be 0 and Y maxima is basically your right hand side, which is 200,000, but they say greater than that. So take the Y value 210,000, 210,000. Plot the graph. You will see the same graph. This is the iPad version. So you will see the same graph on your GDC. Please sketch the graph as it is. Label the graph. This horizontal line is your 200,000. Blue curve is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 over 3 factorial, which is 6 into 1.2 raised to n minus 3. The intersection point, what you see on a calculator, please copy down as it is. Do not change or do not round off, or write down as it is because that is your working. Once you sketch this graph, once you label this graph, once you show the point of intersection, you can see they say greater than this. Greater than this means what? After this point, this graph is going above this. Above this means what? You can see this part. So where exactly it is happening? That value. What is that value? 26.4959321. But n cannot be decimal. They clearly say that n has to be integer. So greater than value which is greater than 26.495 is 27. So n is equal to 27. So n is equal to 27 is your final answer. Thank you.